This is my very, very late reaction to Crawford versus Mean Machine. Let's talk about it. Hey, this is Mike from EdgeNote50 TV, giving you my very, very late reaction to Crawford versus Mean Machine. Normally I post these videos at Sunday morning, straight after the fight, but to be honest with you, I was tired. In the UK, these fights come on very, very late, and I was just tired, I fell asleep, and I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna do it another time. So I'm doing it now, though it's better late than never, right? So let's get straight to it, people. So my reaction to the Crawford win is that, you know, look, he did what he had to do. He got the win. The knockout was very impressive in the end. It was a good performance. It wasn't a excellent performance. I'll probably give it a B if, you know, if I was to rate that performance. You know, we expect him to beat Mean Machine. The fact that he did beat him and knocked him out, because obviously take into consideration that Mean Machine has not been knocked out before as a pro or an amateur. The challenges that Crawford has to face is that when he goes into the southpaw stance, he's very vulnerable to the straight right hand, and Mean Machine connected with the right hand many times in the second round, in the third round as well. Clean in the face, clean. It wasn't like scraping, it was clean shots, which, you know, I think stunned him a little bit as well. In the third round, there was some little bit of controversy about his knockdown, whether it was a knockdown or not. The referee said it wasn't a knockdown. I think it was a clear knockdown. He got hurt, he got hit in the face straight, and he went down, and it was a straight knockdown. Why the referee didn't give it a knockdown or not, I don't know. That's something for, you know, Top Rank and all those guys to speak to the referee about, give him some training, teach the referee about refereeing, how knockdowns work and what is responsible for knockdowns. But that's not my responsibility. That's down to Top Rank, and then them the guys to teach those referees or the board of control for New York City Commission to do all that kind of stuff. But it was a clear knockdown in my view, and that's what it should have been given. And the good thing about Crawford in regards to that aspect of it is that he carried on moving forward. He was bullying the Mean Machine, and he was, you know, wasn't afraid to get into a fight. He made it into a scrap, you know, to show that he was the better guy. I think because his pride was hurt, because he knew deep down that was a knockdown. He knew, like, he was getting hurt with those shots, and I think he wanted to try and prove that he's the bigger guy, he's the stronger guy, and you're not going to dictate to me. I'm going to dictate to you. And I think that's where that dog in him, you know, came out, and he was like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's one thing I like about Crawford. He ain't afraid to get into a scrap if need be, and to show he's the better guy. It's all nice and dandy being able to switch, hit, and be orthodox and southpaw, but if you're going to be doing that, you need to be better defensively, because I'm telling you now, if you go down to the other side of the street and you start fighting Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcias of the worlds, and you're getting hit with those kind of shots, then you will be in serious trouble, and your undefeated streak will be seriously under threat. If he wants to perfect his craft and be in the game for a long time, up to 38, 39 like Floyd Mayweather, in regards to length of service in the industry, then that's something that he needs to consider, especially considering if you're moving up in weight and you're facing bigger, heavier guys, and, you know, you're not going to be able to withstand those clean shots you're getting to your face. Simple as that. No matter how tough you want to be. Look into the future now. The only fight, look, he needs to start fighting names. The names that I mentioned, all on the PBC side, it's going to be very difficult to do. The only fight in the PBC fight side that I can see happening is Sean Porter, because they are friends, and if they really spoke to each other and said, look, let's make this fight happen, I believe that it could happen. Other than that, I can't see any of those guys wanting to fight Terence Crawford. It's a very tough position for him, because he is in the weight division that all the top guys are in one side of the bracket. What does he do? There's a couple of options that he can do. Number one, he can go and fight maybe Kell Brook. You know, Kell Brook, I think Kell Brook personally is finished, but he's still a name, and maybe Kell Brook fighting for a world title against one of the top pound for pounds. Maybe that'll motivate him to put in a good performance. That'll be a good test for Crawford maybe. If not, then he has to probably pull out someone from 140, move up. Josh Taylor or Ramirez, Prograis. Those type of fighters will have to, move up and fight Crawford. Whether those fights will happen or transpire, I don't know. But Ramirez has said he's willing to move up and fight Crawford. Josh Taylor, I feel like he may be willing to go up and fight Crawford once he unifies with Ramirez. So those seems like to be the options to go down for Crawford. But other than that, the options are very thin. And if any of you guys got some good suggestions for Crawford, put it in the comments below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. This is Mike from EdgeNote50 TV signing out. Anything else you want me to talk about, let me know, and I'm going to talk about it. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you like this content, what you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. That's it. That button right there. The one right there. Hit that subscribe button because you're going to get more of this content on the regular. Peace.